Hi, and welcome to this episode of On the Money. Are you looking for an easier way to complete your BAS? A new streamlined reporting option allows you to calculate GST quarterly and report annually. This means you'll only need to report total sales, GST on sales, and GST on purchases each quarter. Then at the end of the year, you'll fill in the remaining GST labels on the annual GST information report. To choose this new streamlined option, tick the Calculate GST quarterly and report annually option on your next BAS. Did you know you could potentially be held personally liable for the debts of your company during the time you're director, even if you're a silent director or later leave the company? To help understand your responsibilities and obligations, the Australian Securities and Investments Commission has developed the Guide for Small Business Directors. Even if you've been a company director for years, it's still a good idea to refresh and check your knowledge is up to date. For further in-depth information on your responsibilities and obligations, make an appointment with us. Before you get excited about a retail purchase deal that includes zero interest charges, no deposit and no payments, be aware that it's probably too good to be true. In-store finance is usually linked to a credit card that has multiple terms and conditions, including a minimum spend, establishment and account keeping fees, and extremely high interest rates after the interest-free term. Before committing to such a deal, ensure you read the fine print carefully. If you're heading overseas during the Christmas holidays, now's the time to start figuring out how to cut back on credit card costs while abroad. Begin by finding the best credit card to travel with. Make sure to compare currency conversion fees. Costs can range from 0 to 3.85% of the transaction, whether or not your institution splits currency conversions, and the fees associated with ATM withdrawals. A little comparing now can save you a lot of money later on. Term deposit accounts may no longer be the best bang for your investment buck. On average, a savings account with $10,000 will only deliver interest of $266 over 12 months. In comparison, $10,000 in an at-call online savings account would deliver $366 in interest. While term deposit accounts are a good way to have financial security, they don't provide the same flexibility or returns. Always do your research before choosing a savings account. Between corporate bonds, government bonds, term deposits, residential property and shares, there are a number of ways you can invest your money. Successful returns all come down to the same thing: research and planning. Think about the goals you want to achieve, the kind of returns you're looking for, and how much risk you're prepared to take. Before making any investment decisions, carefully consider all your options. If the declining Australian dollar has you considering investing overseas like many other Australians, there are a number of factors to keep in mind. Do the same level of research you would when buying local shares, if not more so. Investigate the country's economy and outlook, paying particular attention to the companies you want to invest in, taking into account foreign exchange rates. A careful examination of all options and your current circumstances is essential when making any investment decision. That wraps up this episode of On the Money. If you'd like further information about these or other accounting issues, we welcome your call or email. See you next time.